Okay, this video is being recorded in order to help our commercial drivers who have been stopped and issued a speeding ticket in the city of Garland, Texas. It's going to be general in the sense that we're going to outline the law that applies to commercial drivers, but it's going to be court specific with regard to what we can do for drivers within the city limits of Garland, Texas. What we're having is a bunch of our commercial drivers coming in and requesting consults after their driving record is too far gone for us to fix. And so we're trying to cut that off at the pass to let them know that there are options available to them if they just take advantage of them before their license is suspended and they possibly lose a job because of it. For example, I had a commercial driver come in and have a consult with me about his driving record where his license was suspended for a year because he was simply going in and paying off tickets as he was getting them. And now he's looking at losing his job and his truck. He had a lease on his truck that he was driving, and he's losing that. And I had another guy come in this same week, and it's only Tuesday, who had hired another attorney who had basically just entered straight pleas on to his driving record and reduced the fines, which is absolutely no help to a commercial driver. And he was in the same situation where he was talking about being kicked out of his home because he couldn't make his mortgage payment and having to file bankruptcy because he was going to lose his job. So it's important to know as a commercial driver what laws apply to you. And so let's start with that. The Texas DPS website outlines this stuff very, very clearly for commercial drivers. What disqualifies you, what counts as a disqualification offense, and how do you avoid that. So let's talk about first the disqualification offenses. Now, these, of course, they're common sense. We're going to know that, you know, if you're drinking and driving, heck, anybody's going to lose their license because of that. If you're leaving the scene of the accident, anybody's going to get suspended because of that. Those are not the ones that I'm really going to discuss in any detail. It's the next couple of ones that most of my drivers don't really understand. And that's going to be, let's start with this one right here, 2 serious traffic offenses within 3 years. Now, most of my commercial drivers understand the point system. They understand that a serious moving violation is going to be anywhere from 2 to 3 points on your driving record, normally 3 points on your driving record. And so they also understand that if you get 6 points in a 3-year period that you could be subject to surcharges. And so they get concerned about the points, but what they don't realize is that these disqualifications are completely separate from the surcharges that could take effect because of points. Even if the points fall off, and they do, every year that you keep a clean record, the 1 point falls off of your driving record. So you get 1 serious moving violation, you keep a clean record for a year, that 3 points turns into 2 points, and so on and so forth every year after that. But for disqualifications for CDL drivers, those stay on there, period. And so you get 1 serious moving violation, which is a speeding ticket of 15 miles an hour over the speed limit, or something that's listed here like reckless driving, improper or erratic lane changes, etc., etc. Then you have to keep a clean record for 3 years. If you don't, then you're automatically disqualified for 60 days. So the last day of the 3rd year, you get pulled over again and get another ticket. They're going to disqualify you if that becomes a conviction for 60 days, which means you cannot support your family, you cannot drive your truck for that 2-month period. Most people, if they can't work for 2 months, that's going to be a very, very substantial penalty and could cause some really serious financial hardships on a person. 3 serious traffic offenses is 120 days. So you're looking at, 4 months basically of not being able to drive. And that's, half a year almost. You're out of a job. That's a pretty serious and substantial penalty too. And so what my commercial drivers are doing is they're not fighting these tickets as hard as they should. A lot of them are saying, well, I've had a clean record for 5 years. This is my first ticket. I don't need an attorney. I'm just going to pay this one off and I won't get another one. Well, you never know when that other ticket's going to happen. And so you have to keep that cushion on your driving record as long as you can, because what I'm seeing is that most of these cities are monetizing the traffic ticket system. They're trying to make as much money as possible off of these tickets to support these huge courts that they're building and all the surplus that they have to spend money on. And so it's not a matter of if you're going to receive a ticket, it's a matter of when, because they're out there writing more tickets than they ever have before to support their cities. So you've got to fight them all the same way. That way you don't end up with a suspended license and come to me going, hey, can you fix this now? It's already suspended. You need to be coming to me when you get the ticket. Okay, because here's another wrinkle that applies to commercial drivers. If your license is suspended, I cannot get you an occupational license that will put you behind the wheel of your truck. It will not happen. I can get you an occupational that will allow you to drive a regular vehicle, okay, but it will not qualify you to drive a commercial vehicle. And that means that you cannot be driving your big rig or whatever commercial vehicle you have for however long that you're suspended. It will not happen. And so every ticket that you get has to be fought. Now, Garland Municipal Court understands what's going on with these types of cases. And so we have a really good prosecutor in Garland. And what Garland does is they allow you to work with the prosecutor through an attorney to try to protect your record. A lot of times what Garland will do is they'll let us go in on a pre-trial and negotiate a reduced speed of your violation. So for example, let's say that you're going 17 miles over the speed limit. Well, that's a serious moving violation. And that could cause your license to be suspended for 60 days if you get 2 of those in a 3-year period. And so what the prosecutor is willing to do a lot of times is reduce the speed that's alleged on the violation to make sure that it's not reported as a serious moving violation. A lot of times we can get that speed reduced down to less than 10% over the speed limit, which means it's not even a moving violation, period. So if you're pulled over for 77 and a 60, and I go in and I talk with the prosecutor and he's amenable to, say, reducing that down to 64 and a 60, that means that that is nothing more than receiving, say, a seatbelt violation that goes on your record. It's not any points on your record. It's not a serious moving violation. It will not affect your insurance rates. The only person that could even have that could even cause you to have any effect on it is a private employer who says, I don't want anything on your record. And we have employers like that too, which we can help you out with. You know, DART bus drivers here in the Dallas area, they don't want their drivers to have anything on their record. There's a few other employers out there that are pretty tough. Walmart's one of the tougher ones when it comes to moving violations. They require that their drivers have the case dismissed outright within 60 days, which is almost impossible to do, or they counted it against them for employment reasons. So, but within the confines of Garland Municipal Court, there are options for you to take advantage of. All I'm suggesting is take advantage of them. Don't let your driving record get out of hand and then come see me and see if I can fix it. The damage may be too great for me to do something about that. If you have received a speeding ticket in Garland, Texas, give us a call today. We can get on the phone with you. We can get an appearance date in Garland, Texas, talk with the prosecutor, figure out what needs to be done. And all that is done most of the time without you even having to appear in court. So again, we're the Belts Law Firm. We're located in Dallas proper, but we handle cases all over the Dallas area, Garland, Fort Worth, Mesquite, Plano, any place around Dallas, Texas, you can reach us at. And the cool thing is our website is beltslaw.com. It's like the belt around your waist, BELT, ending with a Z, LAW.com. When you go to that site, you can talk to us online. You can call our 1-800 number. you can come visit us. We're off of 635 and 75 in the Dallas area, and I'll sit down with you and we'll map out a plan that will help you get through this so that you can keep on the road and driving and supporting your family. Give us a call today. We'd be happy to help you out.